arena.
Well, you're going to want something that's fast with wave.
I think they're just
sure,
gonna,
right?
They're just going to TA, guys.
Yeah.
It just gives them a better win.
So I like this already with those fissure blocks. He's not going to have to be so worried. He should be able to get a decent start for level 2. And we'll see Weehaw immediately start to try to bully. As we said, then pole camp, it's actually just a body block for the time being. They use their ward actually just for vision in the initial. But yeah, no pullback, so that's going to be pretty important that Kuroki can actually reset the positioning of the lane, which is super good for Ramses. And he's already got 7 last hits on that Underlord to start it off.
Oh, it's easy getting some good trading done down here bottom.
Yeah, and Mind Control actually unable to get a lot of the last hits. It's actually GH who got the majority. He's got 4 of them at the start here. Spamming for those range creeps every single time.
I mean, out of these 2 side lanes, is there, which carry is going to be the happier? Who's having the better time in the safe lanes?
I'm not sure if either one is going to be unhappy. I think they're both going to be able to farm pretty decent. I guess Slark is... I think Slark might be a little bit happier just because Underlord's got these fissure blocks, but not too sure. They're both going to get pressured so much, and now Fly actually just gets taken out right away.
Yeah, a little
of Nigma, so yeah, RTZ is getting affected by it, and as the panel mentioned, Nigma, strong lanes. This is how they wanted to start out. Ready? 1K advantage. The last hit's looking pretty good across the board for them too.
Yeah, RTZ doing a good job not to do any feeding himself down there in the bottom lane, keeping his cool mid lane. Arbed getting incredibly low once more. Does have the haste and the bottle charges to play around with.
There's your block bottom.
See if they can get the setup this time. They'll go for the slam with the totem and the right click onto GH. So they're cleaning up some neutral camps or regenning up as Weehaw is able to step straight back to the mid lane, continue to just soak up the large amount of farm that he has already. 41 and 11 in that mid lane as the Necrophos.
PL is getting full uncontested farm as RTZ. He's getting contested very heavily bottom and even might just die here to this pressure too. Uh-oh, a concern for EG at the start. 3K advantage already.
It's
level 7.
Control hits that 6. This is now, it will then be a lane that RTZ has to be so careful in and may just have to resort to going around the jungle camps.
I mean, immediately they're just always looking to go for a kill. They just throw out their spells. They've got more than enough mana. They've got stick charges and wand charges.
Top Arbed, he tried to make a play, but he used all his mana. And that is set to be carry. This is becoming a bit of a disaster for EG.
And Weehaw now, he just runs directly into the shrine.
He's dead again.
And Fly too.
It's all spiraling out of control.
Now they're going to give Lich the lane though, and PL, he's just going to go hit some jungle creeps. Miracle's level 8 so early on in the game.
A 2-level advantage and a Slark down on the bottom side of the map. Top lane Ramses is able to get in, finish off Kuro. Main play with his life here. Even though he has Crit and Fly by his side, they cannot keep him safe. Ramses is dead. Weeha's coming with a rotation. He's going to chase this with the Ghost Route. They get in on top of him. Crit's trying to run, but he cannot escape. It's another kill for Miracle. Now on a killing spree, going straight towards this PL. That's already having an incredible game.
Yeah, he's level 9. He has 2 pieces, 2 components of his diffusal pretty much finished up.
That's terrifying.
Uh-oh. And immediately Ramses, he shows his face.
He can't afford to die again here. Is there any chance for him though? He's by his tower, but they'll pull him back with a sinister gaze. He's just dead once more. Miracle continuing to find all of these kills. The EG is sort of just hanging to the bottom. He's doomed. He pounced in aggressively. He does have the back with a fissure, but with the Doom already out, they've got to look for the deny. They're not going to be able to do it. Mind Control gets the kill on Artur. He's chasing down the Crystal Maiden.
Oh my god.
This is turning into it's a train wreck.
It's a 3v1 for Mind Control. Abed shows up. He's like, all right, someone's got to do something here to salvage a little bit of this early game. He's going to try to get at least anybody on the enemy side, while EG is not going to be able to get any great responses. They do have the Shaker. At least they have one of the heroes that is that counter versus the PL, and he is level 6 at least. So maybe it's got to be eyes.
He's just going in aggressively here, dropping down scythes and killing off Fly. I mean, Nigma at this point
got the crown. He is a very tanky. His armor's a little bit low, but he's still quite tanky. But EG is bringing a lot of forces.
Let's see if they can get him. This is the right move from EG. They've got to make plays like this. Group up, go for the big kills. Obviously, Weehaw and Miracle, they're still the biggest ones, but they've got to look at what's achievable. And killing off Mind Control certainly is. Maybe they'll find Kuro as well. Kuro playing with the idea of throwing out the ult. He will do it, but he will die anyway. Let's see if Nigma can get anything in return, because Abed, he's used all his mana for this attempt, and now he's in trouble. The Soulbite catching the two of them. They get the illusions over, kill off Abed. They'll back off, wait for Fly's ult to go down a little bit. Miracles, he's back up to full, so he can just head in right into the Blizzard. He does not care, picks up both kills.
Hard. It's way too hard versus this lineup right now of Nigma with that start.
And Ramsey's, he's trying to come in, soak up the action on the bottom lane.
He just had a man already.
Yeah, with that diffusal blade at 13 minutes in, there's no hope. A Reaper Scythe used as well to knock Ramsey's out of the game for 45 seconds. Fly in the jungle, mind control and Kuro will finish him off. As this is not the
Time.
Yeah.
Still a nice win for Enigma.
I guess just not committing on him there. You know, they do know he's got the Echo Slam. You know, they want to make sure that they don't sort of set themselves up for failure. And and you know, they don't want to throw the game.
No, they know how far they are. And they had the Doom top, who he was top showing, and he claimed both bounty runes at the same time too. So it's just such a bigger benefit.
Was forced out of the lane very, very early. Sure, you know, Storm, it's whatever, he can catch up in the jungle, but he can catch up in the jungle when he's getting the time to do so. By losing every other lane, he's not going to get that side. There's the double scythe and the chain frost out. Both Abed and Fly. Even if he does, he's going to tick out anyway, isn't he?
He gets some of the
shadows.
Yep.
And yeah, he's going to be good to go. He's no, with that blink though. They get in on top of him again. Can Arteezy escape? He's trying to turn at the same time in the jungle. Abed finds Kuroki. Arteezy does end up living. Ramses has had to put himself in a bit of a precarious position to help him out. There's no that fire onto GH. Abed does lose his life though. We are able to. What we've got to do. There's no Doom.
Shaker.
Doom has been used. Get the big kills. Look for Miracle. Crit is ready to make the jump. There's the lead-in. Straight up with the slam. Fisher combo. Is it enough to lock him down? He gets the chance to match and top it.
Oh my God.
Enough. Miracle's able to walk away from the fourth. And Weeha's here to offer up the backup to make sure they cannot get past him. In fact, they turn, jump forward from mind control. They'll kill off Crit. And I think that if they have the full 5 of them.
Well, now he's got a Reaver though.
Yeah, I mean now they're gonna need more than 5 heroes.
And they're just gonna look for the fight. They're going up on the high ground here. Onto the shrine, they don't care.
Crit's able to blink away. But Ramses, he's got no blink, no escape, and no ult. As he will fall, Miracle chases down Fly on the backside of it all. The Scythe is out. Ramses dead for 70.
He jumps for a courier, so he will kill the courier that does have
one if they want to take down one of the big cores. I think maybe they can find a window to do it.
Yeah, I think Nigma right now is trying to look for a quick little catch if they can outside the base while PL finishes his heart because he's about to have it done.
Ramses, and he's going to be gone again. Maybe gets away. Chain Frost is going to be thrown out. Ramses does fall. Was very necessary from Kuro.
It is a 3,000 health PL in a second. Full Greaves just picked up. And yeah, 3155 HP PL.
He's got the level 2 slam crit. Still on Crit to make the jump happen. Mind's got nearly catching Abed there as Abed went for the zip in, zip out.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
But that is it. The tier 3 gone. On to the Rex. If they want to make a move, they're going to have to do it pretty soon, EG. Abed out once again, looking to have a poke, trying to clear out the wave. Just committing deep with the zip. Doesn't have his TP available for 24 seconds. So he's going to have to take the walk or the zip back to base. He's just going to focus on cutting the creep wave. But we can see here, Nigma, they've already had enough time to finish the melee racks off. Mind control diving in close to the tier 4 towers here, beating onto Fly.
Oh, and they get it just before the back door does kick back in. And now, Ramsey stepped up a bit too far.
Maybe underestimating how much Miracle can do. Does manage to escape with the pit. Slow from Fly.
Man, he hits this Underlord so hard. He went for the phase pipe build in this game. I mean, he needs a pipe, but he doesn't have any type of physical resistance instead. And this PL just eats right through him.
Abed, he wants this line control. Nearly gets the catch on him, but won't be able to do so. Abed is able to get out on the map, get the bounty runes. In fact, Arteezy as well was able to take that up top. So getting some money for the team.
And now they have a BKB on a Slark. Maybe that will allow him to try to enter the fights, but it still just feels impossible.
Sure, like he can maybe commit on one of the supports on the back lines. But even then,
they have defensive items. They both have Glimmer Capes, and one of them has a Force Staff.
It's not happening.
No, it's too hard to breach the front roll, and even if you do, hitting the back line is too difficult because of how much farm they already have on them. So Crit, he's trying to find an opportunity.
stepping in. Arbed's going to go for the zip, and they're going to look to focus Miracle. Miracle still has that Aegis there. If they do kill him, they've got to do it twice. RTZ looking to get on top of Mind Control. Another zip in. Mind Control, he's still full out. He's able to turn. Drop down the Doom. The Chain Frost as well. He did get the BKB off in time, but Ramses is dead. RTZ has to try and get out of it somehow. Fisher will offer him the safety to escape. Arbed in once more. Mind Control getting a little low. Fly stands his ground with the ult, but Miracle and it's an army of illusions fights through it, kills off the CM. They're back to the barracks as Nigma will be on the verge of cleaning up a second set here away from EG. And they've got it. Arbed again looking to just make sure it's cleaned out, and it is. It's been game over for a while, and EG will finally tap out of this one. I say game, but this wasn't really a game at all. Nigma from the lanes onwards, it was their match. I don't know what happened to EG in the first 10 minutes, but the lanes were a disaster.
Accelerates this game plan for Nigma. You could go back to your traditional Weeha, TA, Wind Ranger, but
that's both duo that the two of them have experienced time and time again. A lot of times in that minor on their way towards this major there. Ember Lynch lane was pretty much undefeated.
Yeah, and I still think, like, yeah, you can dispel these shields. That's really cool. That's amazing. But can you actually withstand the harassment? That is the thing about Lich that makes Lich the hero that is so good as a 5, is you bully so hard versus that offlane. And we see it, right? The Slight plus that Frost Blast is too much already. Ramsey's got pushed away, but they're going to start pulling and manipulating the creep aggro down bottom immediately off of that.
So very benign.
First season is over.
In the name of Nyx, the first assassination is complete.
Haste!
Sometimes you see when these matchups happen, like the Huskar's pushing the limits so much that you do drop kind of low sometimes. So they want to make sure that no, like, Nyx rotation comes up and changes what the lane actually is. Yeah, and it's intriguing too. Like the Vortex level, and maybe it was just to save himself just before. I didn't actually see like how he ended up having to skill it, but now having Vortex, that's gonna hurt his jungling even more because he has to go back to the jungle now as a Storm Spirit pretty soon versus this Huskar.
Yeah, I guess I understand why he had it just in case he was able to catch out Weeha diving the tower. And
yeah, I think so. As bottom again, we've seen this one. They dispel right away. Miracle even getting a mana burn. He turns. He actually gets a kill before he does go down at least.
But still, they're killing off Miracle.
Yep.
I think you got to be pretty happy if you're EG with this bottom lane. You're putting a lot of pressure. He's still farming. You killed him twice. Mid lane, finally, he will fall to the spears. Does not have any sort of regen to work against. Just that slight edge really on the bottom lane for EG, being able to kill off Miracle a couple of times. This time Mind Control, he's going to live again. 10 HP, he's good. He's still able to walk away. There's no one coming across the river. Mid lane though, we are getting a little deep. We'll be able to push them back with the disarm, but Arbed will get the kill. We are playing a little too aggressive, and a massive kill for Arbed to find there.
So it must be that's the reason. He doesn't want to go jungle. He wants to have the pull so they can set up for a kill. So that's a cool different type of approach there, is to be able to stand versus that Huskar. I saw something die right here. And look at this. Look at this play by Abed, actually. Sorry. He's actually jumped into the enemy jungle. Let's look at it afterwards after they make a pressure play on her.
They're doing it again? 3 times now this bottom lane. Ishi's crushing the safe lane of Nigma. And Mind Control, he will die to this. As Flight is able to come over, the side lanes are starting to get
But yeah, very slow start here for Team Nigma.
And Arbed, now 3 heroes watching him. Feeling confident, he's actually going to zip up and start to play around with GH. Now 4 heroes. Here, Arbed's got to be careful. He's going to try his best to sort of play around, keep them interested. Zip across, turning. In fact, he's going to try to on GH. Frost Shield with it. It's not going to help him at all. As Arbed, he gets the kill. He gets the carrier. He's going to die for it, but does not have a TP event.
XP as well, as they are getting both outposts too, I believe, out of this. So a super strong start.
So if we're back in time to see him go, and he does.
Versus the Huskar.
Him plus the Storm, they can make plays happen. See, at the moment he's just going to show himself. They're not going to try for anything sneaky. Starting to poke at Weehaw. He's got to be careful. EG, they're bringing in the full squad. They're going to zip across. They get him trapped back into the Static Storm. Weehaw is dead. They'll get the 1 kill. Can they get more here, EG? Chainfrost does bounce around a few times between Arbed and Arteezy, but they're still moving in. Miracle falling a little low to the impetus, tries to get the grab on Ramses, won't be able to do so.
Being able to show where the next assassin is there for a moment.
He's going to try. Let's see what he can do about mind control. Mind control has the zip, and Arbed, he does not have the mana to chase. So he lets mind control live, and now mind control's got backup. Miracle's in. Jumping forward, Arbed, they know he's a little low mana. In fact, Arbed, he's going to go for the zip TP. Will he make it away?
Oh, and now his TP is going to be down.
Kill him in.
Nigma playing top as we see the warding situation kind of a lure to that.
Oh, here we go, Crit. He's going to be ready with the setup. Have they got enough control here? We're flying the Static Storm. They certainly have. This is why they picked that Nyx Assassin to have that sneaky setup.
Split some of Nigma up around the map, and we see what happens when they do start to split up. These pickoffs are there. They are quite strong with the draft that EG has set up for.
Crap. It's going to head back over to mid as GH, he's leading in, trying to start a fire, but Ramses has a hood. They've got the song. The Echo did pretty much nothing at all, and now EG can get themselves in position to try and get kills in return. Now look at GH focused by Ramses and Crit. They'll take down the Shaker. Weehaw is able to finish off Fly. See what the rest of Nigma can do. Both teams down a member. EG on the retreat. Miracle jumping in aggressively with Crit. He's got the Spike Carapace. Turns with the stun onto 2. No damage here from EG, so the rest of EG are out. They'll back away. Weehaw, he's still got to continue to chase in. See if he can do Ramses hit, as he starts to lay down the burning spears.
They're backing up. That's a lot. 11, 12.
Stick charges, but he has not got the heal to keep himself alive. Now get the break, but Crit, he hesitates a little. Doesn't manage to line up the stun in time, so he's still alive. Now Arbed goes forward. Finally, they'll be able to bring down the Huskar once more. The Static Storm catching the 2 of them. The glimpse back on Miracle. Zipped upon by Arbed. He gets the second double kill for Arbed. As now Kuro and mind control, they've got to try and escape. Kuro being chased down by Arteezy's illusion. It will slowly but surely finish him off here. Surely, there it is. The proc happens, and they get themselves
Picking up some space on the map at the moment.
And they're on.
They've got a ward down.
He is everywhere. Between the 3 of them, they have more than enough control to catch Miracle once again. But now Arteezy, he's ready for the setup. He catches the 4 of them. They're going to look for the angle, see if they can get Crit in. The Static Storm into the 2-man stun. Arbed's in on top of. We are the impetus damage breaking through the Huskar. They'll take 1. He got the Chainfrost out, Kuro, but it doesn't matter. The bounces away. Yes, though. Oh my God, the Echo. The slap! It's huge! The 3 of them, they're straight up dead! Out of nowhere, GH will have to follow when it comes to the vacuum, into the Chainfrost, just having Ember commit with all of Miracle's remnants. There's a huge amount of burst to be there behind it.
Yep, absolutely. There's Weehaw. Finds himself a kill here on Fly. Ramsey's also stepping up here. Oh God, the mech, he actually gets the armor toggle.
Perfect use of the Q there to knock back the 2 of them. I looked for sure that Weehaw would die in that situation, but he is able to live. They could turn, chains out onto Crit.
Oh. It does survive versus that impetus. We see Crit is building into toggle combo.
Dire are scanning.
Very interesting game indeed.
Radiant's mid.
They're trying for something here. Arbed, he's actually going to go down. They actually just killed him with the 3 here.
They were getting a close one on our hands here. Nigma may not have dominated the lanes as much as they hoped for with the way that EG was able to smartly outplay them. But now here in this mid-game, Nigma still showing that they're not to be scared. They're fighting on with a lot of strength.
No defensive Revenant down. He's just going to go down here.
It's out of mana. Arteezy gets the solo kill on Miracle. Hunting as Ember Spirit. He's going to have to pick his game back up because EG continue to punish it. And now, in situations like that, when Arteezy can get away with a solo kill, this Naga Siren is loving life. Mid lane, Ramses, he's getting gone on post the hood. Arteezy got the song. Have they got any further setup? There it is. It's the beautiful 3-man Static Storm. Do they have the damage to get the kills? They certainly do. GH is gone. Kuro as well. GH will buy back as well as Kuroki. They're TPing over to the tier 2 tower. GH walking over from the shrine. Can they get over in time to help out We Are standing his ground. He will have that Aegis. EG, they've got to be careful though. They know that these buybacks are in play and they are going to head back. They're not going to fall to the trap that would have been trying to get We Are a second time. They have to respect the Shaker buybacks and they will. They play it smart. They retreat. They got the Aegis and they got 2 buybacks out of Nigma.
Yeah, they recognize that. They recognize that really quickly the way that they back up, and they know FGC's. Yeah, he's still farming incredibly well. Level 17. He's pretty much at the pace of Miracle's PL in the last game on this Naga Siren. He's having an excellent time, and he knows that he just needs to keep that farm up. He's level 17 in this game, which is very high for an illusion hero. As you see for Naga, is usually a little bit lower level, but because he got Breaker in, yay!
Crap. See what he can catch here. Miracle will show her lane again. He's going to go for the easier one. Go for the quick pick onto Kuroki. Now Miracle will have the info that they're in the neighborhood and he's going to be quick to get out of there. Already TP's out from elsewhere. Miracle's going to continue to hang around actually. Obviously saw them going for Kuro. He's got the random placed and Vendetta already. Weehaw getting poked upon by the impetus. That is the butterfly done and out for RTZ. In the river, both teams. Who's going to be the one to make the first jump?
You can see where Nigma wants to play. Yeah, they're like all about just getting control around the Roche pit. If they can get a successful fight there, they can easily go for taking a Roche, but they need to get a fight. You can't just go for a Roche.
Smart up on Ahmed. He goes straight in. He's able to find the backlands. He starts to pull onto Kuro. Up to the cliff he goes. Waits out a little bit. Starts to spam out. There's the song setup. Who is the focus going to be upon? They're looking over towards them, but Fly is dead. They've lost Disruptor. Miracle was able to pop the BKB, and he killed off Fly before Fly could get it with the combo. Easy. Now they turn out Teasy. He's in trouble. Teasy's dead! A song into a complete disaster for EG because Miracle was able to get in, pop BKB, take Fly out of the engagement, make sure the setup wasn't there, and without Fly, RTZ didn't have the backup. They just turn, they kill him off.
He just finished Butterfly. He's dead for 60. They have a Storm Spirit who can look to jump and try to take the Roche, take this situation if there is an Aegis on the ground, but
it already looked a bit awkward, but you saw RTZ come in, and when they were sort of checking around the song, they were like, all right, there's the Lich, there's the Darkseer, there's the Husk, where's the Ember? Where's the Ember? And then Fly's like, oh, I've got the Ember over here, lads, better help me out. And they couldn't. Arbet does try and get him for a zip play, but it's...
But now with Aegis, it lets you play around it a little bit too, right?
Here we go, round 2. This time, they've found him. Soon as they see Miracle, no hesitation, Song, Statics. Here we go. Again, Miracle shows his face. RTZ presses R. Fly doesn't want to. He doesn't want to.
Oh, he doesn't want to?
Okay, now he puts it down.
GH has a BKB, so he can just walk into them there.
Okay. I'm going to give that a question mark. I mean, even sure, maybe Fly was like, we're not going to get the kill, but
definitely weird. Yeah,
maybe we're missing something. At the end of the day, we're idiots. These guys are professionals. We're probably missing something, but that looked a bit.
Yep. Ahmed, he's out of mana.
Oh,
he's got a BKB.
Well, this could jump out of silence. We holds onto his BKB charge and still has that Aegis. So he's good to go. And off the back of that. So if we play down bottom, they're pushing the high ground, Nigma. They're getting the tier 3 tower. Weehaw does fall the once. But now they're seriously gone off the back of that last push from Weehaw.
There's another thing that now they picked up. They've got a Glimmer Cape, so that can also be good. They have to make sure they do have detection on the side of EG, because sure, you can set up a Static Storm, and then you can get Glimmer Cape, and if you don't have detection, that could be a little bit disastrous.
It's under attack.
Now I'm going to see EG be able to make sure they have both outposts coming into this 40-minute mark, so slowing down that XP gain from Nigma.
More Ion Shell damage. This Ion Shell is starting to hurt, but they actually, that's fine.
They didn't even...
I mean, I wouldn't say the critical mass or anything like super early on, but it's earlier at the point than these other heroes in the game. Static Storm up in 5. They're looking to make a go. Miracle gonna be respawning at the same time as Static Storm comes back. GH is spotted.
There we go, we are. Here's the grab. He's gonna die. There's no way he can live through that. That is another core.
Something here. Bottom tower is almost dead. So okay, RTZ's just constantly throwing his illusions at it, and that's what the butterfly does provide you is building damage.
Yeah. And then we have tier 3 gone. Going closer towards the Huskar respawn point. Obviously with the shrine gone, it's still going to take him time to get there. Nigma could still make a jump in time here though, as Roshan's falling low. Miracle is going to start scanning out the top. GH, he's in. The slam, the song goes round, but the BKB's there from GH and Miracle. The final jump in Miracle. He's able to get it, gets the kill, but Arteezy picks up the Aegis. The Aegis will be EG's, and now Miracle has to retreat. His BKB's one out. Abed, he's in on top of him, pulling him around. The silence as well. Miracle's in trouble. Miracle, can he get out of this one? He cannot. They kill off the Ember, and Abed, he's not done yet. Arteezy's on top of mind control, burning the mana. Abed's back in, cleans up the second. 2 buybacks coming out from Nigma as they want to get back in onto this fight, but Weeha is already dead again. It's a triple kill for Abed on the side. Ramses is able to clean up Kuroki as well. And not done yet. Abed's in. He's found Miracle. Arteezy's in with the net. Miracle's dead. A dieback for the
To the tier 3 here, and then just started to run all the way to try to catch up there. They were not in a position to try to fight that afterwards as EG. They got great lockdown. Miracle, he gets controlled by Abed as well as Arteezy in the fight.
Definitely, as it's seen with this draft, you knew that EG, if they got away with getting that even an even laning stage, well, they've got more than that. Now, Arteezy had a brilliant start, so far gets ahead the whole game. Now they're cleaning up a couple of set of racks. Nigma's draft, it just didn't get going at the pace that it needed to. And now EG 24k up, 2 sets of racks. They can move on towards the top. It's still over 40 seconds before Miracle's back in. Weeha has returned to the game. You see even Arteezy picking up that extra bit of control. He's got the Orchid, so another way to catch them out, particularly with the BKBs falling low. Weeha jumps in onto Arteezy, but he's not doing much at all. He's missing these hits because of the evasion with the butterfly. Abed's starting to poke with the backline's crit. He's in with a 2-man stun setup into flight. Static Storm traps Mind Control, traps GH. They're both dead and gone. Mind Control does not have buyback. GH does. Weeha will fall again. He has buyback. Kuro, it's going to be down to the 3 of the Miracle back in 15, but EG, the folks at the right, GH is in. The slam down. Kills off Nagasai in the one. So Abed a little low mana. Have to be careful. Down to the low ground. He goes. Arteezy, he has the song. They're TPing out of this one. Looks like they just want to get it.
I mean, Naga Disruptor, we see why how popular it is and just why. It's just so strong.
You know, you saw there as well, you know, Weeha's, the impact he can have as a Huskar at this stage, it just feels pretty useless. He queues up the Rapier. That really is sort of only option. As mid lane, he may not even have that chance. He's got to put the BKB back off as EG start to play aggressive on him. Another zip fall from Abed. The BKB is going to wear off soon from Weeha. He's glimpsed back. They drag him in. They drag him off Abed in with the pull onto the 3 of them. Miracle falling low. Huskar is dead. Miracle's back to the fountain. Abed's contemplating trying to dive in and play around with him. They'll have Mind Control back in 10. Kura and Weeha are gone. Another dive forward. The Static Storm's down. GG is called, and EG will take this game 2 and push it to that game 3, which we're very excited to see. You know, you saw it to game 1. It's really a game. Nigma able to get an easy win. This one, I'd say pretty much the other way. Obviously more draw.
Just snap pick that.
I like Lena.
It's just Wind Ranger just kills these heroes. Like, it just, you alt OD.
Helping you to hold and hold and hold.
Okay, so yeah, actually in that one he was able to get the Astral off after the laser, so it doesn't affect because you can still, you know, you don't have to worry about your miss rate.
Quite a few times when he was playing the safe lane Ember. As is Slark, it's, you know, it's going to be sort of down to if Crit can get sort of a grab and a good toss back and control around the pounces. But other than that, Miracle should be safe enough to rely on the pounces to keep himself safe. A little bit of aggression from EG top. Didn't quite find the connection with the silence, so won't be able to dive in for the kill. Ramses, he's got it. Hit. Ramses, he was able to play very smartly in the lanes last game as his Ench with the use of the neutral creeps early on. And he's doing it again here, just using the creeps to get in, keeping that vision so we can get the impetus hits on, and having that Hellbear for that bit of aura and extra bit of smash with the good old clap. Again, that's 2 times that Arteezy's courier's been knocked out of the game. GH doing his best to slow down that early bits of GPM and making sure that Arteezy does not have the means to freely get that regen out to him that he may need. He's trying to dive in for mind control. The salve comes out. He needs one more hit for it. He will get it. So Arteezy not only just getting a kill, but putting a salve to waste as well.
I love that he got the Orb of Venom in this the combo that they have, right? With the ET, with the Legion Commander. Your ET gets that damage, you press attack him up, and he is a scary beast.
Oh, he's a punching. It's gotta be, you've got to respect GH. Yeah, Arteezy in flight. Even with the Frost Shield up, he'll still punch pretty hard through it. Bottom lane, bit of an attempt onto Ramsey's crit. Is there with the Avalanche just put to a stop? They just turn for an impetus out. Miracle is dead. Goes to Ramsey's. Ramsey's is just going to have as good of a game as he did last time.
Yep, I mean, if he gets that level 5, well, actually, it's level 7, but the level 5 really hurts versus the Slark, versus those melee heroes. It's already starting to, as Fly.
They get it this time. Again,
he wants the Roshan.
That's the third time, and that did have these more each level you go up.
He's lost 240 gold, I guess, in a way, right? Just because of losing 3 couriers.
3, it would be around that. With the level taking advantage, yeah. He's lost about 240 gold.
Yep.
That's up. It really does.
It absolutely does.
And, you know, it's not like GH is missing out on, like, levels in action because he's also able to get in and get involved with these kills that they're fighting. This time round, Arteezy and Fly will be able to run down Mind Control, who didn't have the safety of GH by his side to help him out.
Yep.
And again, toss back. Miracle still has a pounce. He's got to use it smartly to get himself out of vision and out of range, and will the speedy do so. They're trying to fight him with the Avalanche across the trees. The crit. He lands it.
And he's got vision now. They've got the vision.
In. With those tranquils, he has that movement speed. More and more punch to the backside, and Miracle is gone.
He's also versus OD as a Slark, which is also can be pretty difficult. Yeah, there's a spell, that Astral, and all the other reasons.
On Kura. Okay, he's by the trees and crit. Doesn't want to try and go in upon him. Top lane. Never chase down on a Fly. Bam. GH slams him straight down into
immediately TP's top. Outpost coming up too, so he will be able to contest this one quite nicely.
I'm going to lay down the Blood Right. Kura's just trying to stand his ground and take it. Will be interrupted by the Sinister Gaze. Drags him in, but the sleeps onto the two of them. That's head forward towards Fly. GH will find the kill in return. Mind Control's here as well to help out. Lays down the ult. Won't be able to pull back either of them as Arteezy runs himself away, but Nigma do get the space.
So we are starting to see that EG. They are showing themselves in quite a lot of lanes right now.
Abed.
But Abed, he makes the move first.
Not gonna have the Avalanche toss, but there's the safety. GH is able to put out the Spirit, throw it down, put a stop, but it doesn't matter. Abed, no hesitation this time, drops down the ult, gets the kill. Now actually turns towards GH as well. Weehar's come across, starts to lay down the rocket in the march to stop them from advancing.
Rain Abed
damage won't be enough damage to kill off GH. GH is able to walk away.
Ball trade here in the meantime. But EG, they're farming just much more efficiently, even though they're versus this Tinker and Slark who are backed up in the jungle. And Abed, he's recognizing that he can just make the moves around the maps because of how passive the game is being.
And GH is already, he's got the stomp, but Abed's able to just step out of range of it. Mind Control does manage to get the salve off, and the Frost Shield breach won't be there, but the toss certainly is. They toss forward Abed, he kills off Mind Control once more. It's the Legion Commander's game. It's not getting any easier. It's getting harder and harder. Mind Control consistently knocked back. It's going to be very hard for him to make any sort of duel plays where he can confidently go for the win. Ult's going to be dropped down. They see an opportunity to go onto the Lich. Overgrowth as well. Kura able to hold them in place, but Fly drags in Kuroki. Sure, they lose Fly, but it's more glory for Abed and Crit to get involved in. Weehaw starts to lay down the rockets. They're chasing this down. Miracle with a Shadow Dance. He's onto Abed, but Abed at this point, he's just a little bit too tanky. They cannot make a go onto this OD despite the numbers that they have.
It's just super hard for them to make moves on the side of Nigma. And I was wondering when I saw the first 4 picks in the draft, like, I didn't see the reasons, right? Like, a lot of times looking, oh man, the Astrals are coming down.
With Ramsey's here, they saw another death for Mind Control. Oh, you thought his Dark's here as rough. He says, hold my beer, check out my Legion. It's not looked great this game. 15.
He kind of just sit it behind Slark, cast Dispel, make Slark attack really fast and kill people. His game is really starting to slow down. Unless he's able to somehow try to find some stuff to happen here, it really seems like he's just going to be a glorified support. It's fine. Will get picked up looking like he was doing somewhat D-Wars. Not great, but versus Bloodseeker and OD, like, these are tough matchups for the Slark. The Enchantress as well can probably be a tough matchup too. Yeah, it just definitely does not seem like an easy Slark game at all.
He just blood across the map being spilled. Mind Control. He went for the duel here. He won't get the duel kill. He does manage to get the kill. Finally onto Fly with a bit of help from G in terms of early game stats.
Yeah, he's just jacked up to 2,000 HP as a Slard because
Shadow Dance is still on cooldown. He's got a pounce, but that will be it. And with Shadow Dance unavailable, he cannot escape. That is Miracle Dead.
Seeker. It makes the game a lot more difficult. OD as well, he has a way that you can't actually, you can't dispel that Astral. We're setting up for another duel here.
Zartz, you have any sort of help? Weehaw comes in, he's got the extra burst. Again, they don't kill off immediately, but they do kill him eventually. They get the pick off crit. Can he do anything in return? He has also Fly around. They do look for Kuro in the trees. Sentries down. Kuro juking it out, staying out of range, does walk back in. Crit, can he find him? They do get the avalanche toss up and they will finish him. But obviously the bigger grab for Nigma as they continue to do what Isa says, extremely hard. Mind control, despite the rough start, he is setting up these kills. He's making sure that he has that opening lockdown that buys time for Weehaw to get in and have the follow-up to get the kill. Mind control. This time around though, he's at a poke. Crit is going to be there with the toss back. This time he will get punished. Cannot set up anything in that situation. A whole lot easier to push in as they are. Yeah. But so far, Weeha's been playing very smart, and it hasn't really been caught out. Mid lane, they'll make the jump. They'll find themselves GH hovering around the tower. GH is gone.
Time, but fighting into this OD it's gonna prove to be a huge problem as they only have like the Tinker's the only int hero. This OD ult is going to evaporate 4 of the heroes on Nigma most of the times.
Another toss back, another kill. But what's he actually going to be able to do that sort of stops EG from slowly winning the game?
Yeah, because at the end of the day, it's still like you get caught once on Tinker and you're just dead. They might actually get a dual win.
Hey, there we go. Mind control's happy.
These structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
In there to their job though.
A repair kit.
They've got the repair kit.
They got a repair kit. I was literally about to say that, and I was like, they just got a repair kit with their draft. Oh my god.
It fits their job perfectly.
Kuro?
He's gone. But okay, so now there's March of the Machines, there's the living armor, and there's the repair kit. So you thought Nigma was holding towers before. You got to be right at the power to bring them down. RTZ nearly level 20.
They're getting a pretty nice wrap around here. Nigma is starting to claim themselves the high ground for a moment. Crit.
Simmons the jump. If only Kuro dies, Nigma's going to be happy with this one. In fact, they even have detection. Kuro's hiding the trees. Mind control. He's going to be there to make sure they got more than just Kuro. As he goes for the duel. I say that though, he loses the duel, and they lose GH as well. A bit of ambition there from Mind control as he tries to lock down up. There wasn't any follow-up for Nigma, and EG easily will take the fight. They'll move into Roche. And Crit, again, another catch, another grab. In with these avalanches, just catching them on the tip of the rubble.
I mean, that's not very nice.
I mean, okay.
But come on. I guess maybe he just really wants to have his wands. It's like, can I get duel? Do they have everything to follow?
They certainly do. Alrighty, fine. It's gone as well. This armor is going to pop the BKB, drop the ult down immediately. There's a buyback from Ramsey's Miracle, pops the Shadow Dance to BKB himself. He's got to get away. RTZ moves in, they get Weehaw, the Roach is out. Weehaw is dead for 70 seconds, no buyback. So even though Nigma were able to make a big punch to start things off, they lose their Tinker. Arbet's also able to find Kurt.
Like a Moonshard or something, right? But Kurt's the support. He's not going to do that. He's still going to be going for his support item.
Oh, GH.
He saw it. He saw that the tree stopped, so he knew someone was there.
Well, they found him. Oh, these jukes, though. Ooh, they got him.
Yeah. Some counters for the OD.
Like, we're going to get behind. We're just going to hold on, and then we're going to have this amazing plan. This sort of magical reveal of the strat. Like, was this the plan all along?
I can't imagine so, no. I can't imagine that he wanted, like, the Legion Commander to be that far down in the net. Yeah, maybe a couple.
If they find a magic lamp on Nigma, normally I wouldn't rate it too highly. I wonder if, just Weehaw sort of find a slot for that, so he has that, sort of pseudo Aeon disc as another way to help him get a BKB and a blink off.
Maybe. I mean, maybe he finds himself like the, what is it, not the Havoc Hammer, what's the Minotaur Horn? That can also be kind of helpful for him too, these mini little BKBs, but Doesn't feel like any of those items will be like super game changing for the side of
Rest in
Nigma.
peace, Mind Control. But he did his job. Pushed the wave all the way up to the tier 3s of EG.
Got his BKB finished as well too.
There's the is
How much GPM?
2 minutes and 55 plus 50, so that's 3 minutes and 45 seconds that courier would be dead, and that doesn't sound correct.
That does not sound correct.
No, he's not like a fighting tinker. At the moment, he's just a tinker that just keeps the game going on forever.
I mean, their net worths are starting to catch back up to the net worths of the OD and the Bloodseeker. So I mean,
And with this, they get themselves a kill, but
Offense here.
Oh, he's in trouble. We are, because if he spent money on the BKB, he would have been able to play his way out of that one. But holding on to the 7k gold.
Miracle. He gets Abyssal into the front row.
And Miracle does not have buyback. Weehaw does. They have the living armor. The march will start to get laid down. I mean, I'm sure he's going to spend his gold now. Man to
Minute 40 on the Tinker buyback. They're checking runes as well.
All right, get
50
up.
minutes. Who can they catch?
Who can they catch? Arteezy. He's going on. Mind Control. The BKB is going to try and hold Arteezy down with the duel, but Mind Control is dead.
Winner.
Everybody else has got to get out of there. GH isn't going to be able to do the hex in place. GH will fall. And so will Kuroki.
They tried to do.
I know he's around here. Uh-oh. Spider legs in play, but Arbit, he's got it.
He actually finds him.
Finds him with the Astro. He has got Shadow Dance to BKB. Shadow Dance, BKB. No, he doesn't need it. He hasn't got TP. TP's still on cooldown for 10 seconds. All he can do is run, but they get him with a Hex. He didn't pounce on BKB in time. He's gone. They do all have Parakeet, I believe, at base. Okay. Did somebody pick it out? Tower's going.
He can still pick it out.
Can they hold it?
Is it going to live?
Oh, they got it. The tower's down. They're onto the barracks. Can they get this barracks? Miracle not buying back for now. We are refueling in base. They're going for the split play. They're getting both at the same time. As Arteezy's hitting onto the bottom now. Miracle buy back control. He's in with the dual defensive Astral used to help out Ramses. Ramses, is he going to be fine? The sleep connects. There's the first burst out. Pops the Linkers out there. Pops BKB, but they got the melee rack bottom. Progress for EG. They're now in onto GH. GH, BKB pops. He's backing away, but the two support. GH and Kuro dead. Mind Control's gone as well. Only we are Miracle is alive, but Weehar's gone. He'll buy back. Miracle's trying to commit, but he has to be careful. He used his buyback for this. Crits in. Hex is there. They'll get Miracle. Only Weehar's there. Big call GG. And I'd like to personally thank Nigma for the last 30 minutes of that scintillating gameplay. They finally closed this game up. It is theirs, and let's be honest, it should have certainly been theirs. They deserve to